Weird. Okay, my camera. Okay, cool. Weird. Speaker, yes. What is going on here? Okay, I'm gonna try hanging up. Okay. What is going on? Okay. Not that. Not that. Okay. Oh, goodness. This is so... Okay. Okay. Oh. Are we there? Ooh. No more ringing. There we go, I think. Alright, I think there we are. I don't hear Discord's ringing anymore. How is it going? Yeah, I can hear you pretty good. I have it right here just for just a brief moment, and then I'm going to switch it over just to my normal camera for actual recording, but just for just pre-recording stuff, I guess, before we actually get into it. So, yeah, okay. All right, how is it going?
Going well. I thought it was funny because I was just talking to my brother before I went and set up when I came back. We were talking about anime. He's watching Lookism.
Okay.
South Korean anime. I already watched it and I was like, that's a good one. He told me it's supposed to be a second season for it or something he saw.
Is it a Netflix or?
Something I gotta look up.
Is it something for Netflix or?
I didn't hear of it. Yeah, it's the Lookism from Netflix.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I don't think they're doing the second season, but if they are, I want to see exactly what they got going on because it was actually pretty decent of South Korean anime.
All right, hello YouTube. Also, I'm here with the thechipmunk170. Oh wow, 30 viewers. Wow, was not expecting that. Okay, wow, yeah. Today, yeah, I don't know really how to, let's say to that. But, what have you been up to lately, I guess?
Not too much, just work life and trying to check out as much stuff that I can.
I feel that.
Watching, The Legend of Makata.
I've heard really good things about that. Okay, yeah, I've been watching a lot of Bleach. Forget, that's another Netflix one, isn't it?
The Legend of Makata is on Prime.
Prime one, yeah. It's been so long since I've had Prime. I've been trying to get back so I can like watch Invincible and other stuff.
It's crazy, like the one app that I want to get back on is Shudder. I actually do like a lot of Shudder.
They're so cheap also, for me not to even have them.
Yeah.
Like.
Just like, let me make room for some other stuff because like I don't have that much memory space on like my Xbox and stuff because that's why I have a lot of the apps.
Right. I'll say, I haven't, this year I've watched quite a bit of horror. Thank God I've watched quite a good amount of horror. I had to kind of like look back and make sure, because I felt like I only watched pretty much like blockbusters, but I did not, thank God. And yeah, Shudder, I want to get back into their horror because there's just so much like hidden gems that they got in their service.
It's a lot of gems and Cutter, and it's like I just missed a lot from what they have on their list.
Right.
But I'll be trying to wait for certain stuff to go on to Prime because sometimes they have some of their stuff go on to Prime. I was
Yeah, I noticed like Hulu tries doing that
like VHS.
also.
Yeah, but I have a weird list for horror shorts, which is crazy.
Do ya? I saw that, yeah, I think yesterday or this morning I was looking back at your previous year top 10s and other videos just so I can get like a feel just for, I guess, the video we're about to make and the videos, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah. It's very interesting. Like, yeah, the previous years, like, horror has been interesting, I will say, in the past few years. And I will say indie horror has been rising also, competing with a lot of blockbusters.
It's always a lot of hidden gems on different, all these different like streaming services, which I hate that I don't have some of them to watch, cause like
Right.
Peacock and Paramount, they don't usually have their stuff on other things, other platforms, or Apple TV Plus. And it sucks because I was like, I don't have some of those, so I can't watch.
Right.
Some of the ones I do see trailers and stuff, and it bothers me because I was like, I really want to see some of these.
Right.
But like it is what it is until we can some other way. Which I was just thinking about because I just went and got some DVDs of certain stuff that I haven't watched yet.
Okay.
Because for my list is just watching. Like I haven't watched Blink twice yet.
Oh, that is a good film. That one is a weird one. For me, I have a weird, I guess, placement of where I place horror and thriller in a way. Because
Yeah.
it's such a weird, like, definitive line of where those films should go, and I guess the story, I guess, on if it feels like it's a story that would tend to be horror-like, whether it's lifelike or more fictional based. And Blink Twice I got to see in theaters, and that film, I think it was for my 23rd birthday, pretty much I got to see that one for. And that film, worth the ticket. Like, I'm glad. Like, from the first trailer, I was hooked immediately.
Yeah, I was kind of worried about it, and I was like, to see it. So I was like, glad that I have like I got it from the library. I was like, got a DVD for it. I was like, I'm gonna
Oh,
watch
that's
it. That
lucky,
felt
yeah.
good. Um, I'm kind of the same way. I'm kind of iffy when it comes to placements of what I typically choose as horror and what I choose as thrillers.
Right.
I kind of felt that way when it came to Saw the TV Glow. I know it was good and a lot of people loved it.
Yeah, you'll
like,
see that one probably pop up in our video. I have that one. It placed in 2 spots actually. That film's actually in a very interesting spot in 2 different areas. The only one. But
yeah, so I
yeah.
was like, that one didn't make it onto my list, but it would have if I were to just throw it in there. As far as just horror, I was like, but I just feel like it's more of a thriller for me than it was a horror. But I was like, it was still very much enjoyable. And I was like, I don't even like doing sci-fi horror into like the horror category too much.
Yeah, I think I saw
like
that.
Some of the sci-fi, like I had.
Yeah, I'm very interesting because
was the Alien,
Alien Romulus and all that this year or this past year. Yeah, my horror is probably the movies I own the most amount of. Honestly, I have just I think in some of my videos I'm out in my living room and using that background where I have my DVDs. And I have so much horror movies, but it's so weird because I try to like subcategory all of them, like in their subgenre of horror, and it just gets me confused. I'm like, wait, this could work here, this works here, but I'm like, wait, maybe this isn't, but maybe this just doesn't belong here at all. But it's interesting with the placement. Even you like you say, it's just like where to place them, really. Yeah, Blink Twice though. That one, unfortunately did not make my list just because I guess I thought of it more on the more on the thriller base, I guess. It was like almost horror, but
Mm-hmm.
just to me didn't get to that elevation of what I would consider horror. Even with it being, if it's like a subtle horror film to like something more extreme.
And I kind of felt like it wasn't going to be like that crazy amount of little horror as far as the like twice, just because of the way it felt in the trailer.
Right. Yeah, the trailer was interesting. Like the actors on the Channing Tatum as like the main lead in the film, and then Naomi Aki, the main female lead, our woman. She is amazing as what everything she's doing in the plot with how she's just going into it. It's very much like a. It's very mystery like. I guess I would also somehow almost put it into like a mystery genre somehow, but it's it's such a weird category where it's definitely a thriller for sure. And I really don't know, but you definitely need, or when it, if you do have it still, yeah, definitely check that out.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that, and it's like it's a whole bunch of just ones that I felt like critics really liked. It's not really high on my list, which
Right.
I think is crazy because I was like, you would think more ones because I tend to lean more towards what the critics go for when it comes to, especially Rotten Tomatoes, when it comes to
Okay.
picks. But I was like, I don't know with some of these. I was like, I felt like I tend to go more with story and what shocks me, or um, I think boundary pushing for like genres and stuff. For horror, I tend to go for those more than I do everything that just has like the good looks and everything for it. It's like story and able to shock me and really captivate me when it comes to a story, especially surprises. There's one that's high on my list that I don't think a lot of people would have because of it surprised me the most. But kind of how I felt with Barbarian. I was like, I
Oh,
like Barbarian so
Barbarian.
much just because how surprising it was for me,
Yeah. Yeah. I saw
especially
that
how misleading the trailer was.
Cowboy. I saw like that was another. Yeah. One of the, I saw Cowboy was kind of like middle high of your list, I believe, on one of your previous. I believe it was last year or 2023. I'm
Mm-hmm.
still getting used to it being just the new year now. uh, and that film was interesting because it's made by the people who, or at least the producers of Barbarian. And that film, honestly, to me, felt like almost like a Barbarian film, like within like the universe, if there was a universe.
It was. I thought Cowboy was pretty interesting, just how they had it. It's if you try to change up certain stereotypes or the things when it comes to horror, I tend to like that a lot. It's like just
Right.
make stuff that be in the same tropes and stuff, but just change it up a bit. Make it exciting for audiences. That's why I tend to like more, especially if we don't see stuff coming.
Yeah. That one, it was interesting, especially just the story is interesting. I believe the boy he's coming into like a new film coming here soon. I forget. And then Anthony Starr, all of them did pretty good. And then, but that film to me, it was very interesting. Like I don't know, it felt like it's within the Barbarian universe, like a Barbarian universe.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, those definitely. I was like, it kind of felt like the same of you got to be surprised of like what they're about to bring out
Yep.
because you don't know exactly where they're going with when it comes to the story. Because you're thinking it's one way, and they trick you, and it's a whole different issue happening.
Yeah, and then Barbarian. I'm still mad at how that one is still not on DVD or anything. And I think it's
Yes.
that's Disney.
Uh, I would say that I don't even have like a large list of like disappointments for horror. Which I was
Right.
like, I wish I pay more attention to them to put on my list. It, past year for 2024, but I didn't pay that much attention to the ones that were on the list. Like, or like the main ones that were bad were your typical, what was that, swim, the night swim,
Right.
which I was disappointed in because the horror short wasn't bad for it. So it's like them just taking the concept of the horror short and then just going a whole different way with it. Kind of very disappointing.
Yeah, that. I hear it wasn't, especially because I believe that was supposed to be like the first like horror film of 2024, and like one of the first very few films actually released. So people were like, oh, and think Wyatt Russell, the actor who's playing U.S. agent for the MCU, upcoming like Thunderbolts and all that. People were expecting like big good acting from him, and I heard it's just not very amazing, especially with like the story. Just something about a swimming pool being haunted just didn't turn out as they really should have made it. Possibly, I guess.
Yeah, I was like, it's a lot of things I think they should have changed or kept when it came to the horror story, and that's why I like watching a lot of different horror stories because a lot of this stuff does become fully film. If someone does pick it up, whatever studio and stuff will pick it up, because that's what happened with Saw, the short film.
Yep.
I did see the short film for Smile. It was called something else. I forgot what.
Yeah. Laura hasn't
But
slept, I believe.
I'm like, yeah, something like that. And I was like, these were really, really good horror shorts. And I was like, they always change up a lot when they get to these horror shorts.
Yeah, they
When
do.
they pick them up.
Well,
It's
especially
like, some of them can be so disappointing, but some can be really good.
Oop, your audio cut out.
Yeah, I apologize.
All right. Yeah.
And some of them can be pretty good, and some of them can be very disappointing when it comes to when they do adapt the horror stories.
Right. Well, especially because how the short length versus the big old studio adaptation like Paramount did with the story. And in a way, I almost thought they were going to try continuing off of what they did of that little horror short, but them actually bring back the actress from that short as just, I believe she kept her name as just Laura for the film. And they kind of, in a way, expanded on her character in a way. But also just how they did the film, and in the end also trying to make it more original to their, I guess, who knows if it's the director and the way they're making, or you know, like a studio, sometimes they like to take over a film. And then especially like this past year, Smile 2 just also came out, and that one's a full on just an original story that's because there hasn't even been like a second horror short of the like original.
Which I want to talk about that one when we do get to it. And
Right.
I do want to talk about it because I'm like, I have a question about it. Which I was like, I want to talk to you about, see if you can pinpoint exactly where something did happen, because I was confused on something. And yeah, so I was like, oh, I was wanting to pick your brain on it to see if you caught it, because I was like, I really didn't. But, yeah, we'll discuss it when we do get to it. Like, if it is on your list, you'll probably get it on your list before if it's on mine, because it is on my list.
Right.
But we'll talk about it when we get to it. Yeah. I'm gonna start recording for the top 10.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna end this live stream. I'm in the live stream here, and then I'm gonna take a photo of my list because it's on my what I'm going to record. Then I'll be good. Alrighty.